the IGCRPF about the incident that has taken place day before yesterday, when the vehicle of the Indian Army that was going to hold an iftar party for the villagers of the village Sangyot, that is at some distance from this very place. They were ambushed by the terrorists. First they were fired upon and then the grenades were lobbed. Now the NSG has been called in, reason being that they want to ensure that what kind of explosive was used, because the vehicle was on the fire for more than an hour's time, even at the condition when there was a regular rains were happening. So now the senior officials of the CRPF are expected to leave in a short while from now, and we are showing you meetings after meetings are going on. The DG Jammu Kashmir Police along with the ADG Jammu, they are camping in the Rajouri district, while a senior most officer from one of the border guarding agencies, they are likely to visit the forward areas in a short while from now. We are waiting for the confirmation from the authorities, but yes, the top brass, the entire top brass, DIG NIA from the national capital, the explosive experts from the National Security Guard, explosive experts from the NIA, as well as the teams from IB, RAW, they all have reached here because they are looking into each and every aspect. Now the senior officials of the IG, he has reached here and he will now be visiting the attack site. So the cavalcade of the IGCRPF leaving from here for the attack site, this too, after which he has been briefed about the situation, that what has happened, how the things have moved on, and then he will be briefing the on-ground officers as well. So the topmost officer of the CRPF in the Jammu zone, he is now leaving for the Poonch attack site after being briefed by the army commander here on ground, the army commander of the sector commander 13RR, who holds the charge of the Rashtriya Rifles operating in the area. So this is very important developments after developments taking place, but the terrorists, the perpetrators, which are believed to be either 3 or more than 3 in numbers, they are still at large. And if Sarjeevan can show you the geography of this area, this raises some of the questions, because this is one of the toughest terrain to man or to search for someone. You won't find the visibility of even 5 meters or even few meters. Visibility is not available here. Reason being, the only reason is that there are dense forests in the area, and it is almost impossible that if terrorists have gone into a safe hiding, be it a natural cave which act as hideout for the terrorists and has proven lethal for the security forces in 2021 Bhata Durian terror attack, if the situation is like the same, then it is going to be really very concerning. And that's why a proper strategy is being charted out by multiple agencies so as to ensure that the terrorists are neutralized, and neutralized well within the time, without giving them an opportunity to carry out another similar kind of attack, because the modus operandi that these terrorists have adopted is really very concerning to such an extent that if this is the trend that the terrorist groups have started, this is going to be very lethal for the security forces. And that's why you will find all the forces coming here, camping here, having a thorough review of the security apparatus that has been put in place, so that any similar kind of attack on the forces can be averted well within the time. Yes, Priyanka.
That's right. Gursimran there getting us a very detailed report of this another cowardly attack that has taken place by these terrorists in the Poonch area, where we have seen, unfortunately, 5 army jawans that have lost their lives. And of course, we do see a lot of movement there on the ground as the investigation being carried out by the authorities as well. Gursimran, we trust you to keep us ahead on that story for the moment. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, with just 4 days to go for the biggest news event, we give you a glimpse into the lineup of the speakers at the Republic Summit. And the event will be graced by India's business visionary Uday Kotak, who will deliver a keynote at the summit, and digital tech visionary and CEO of Zoho Sridhar Vembu will also be part of the most anticipated event, and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will also be at the Republic Summit. Now, the list of speakers also includes popular and charismatic Chief Minister of Assam Himanta Biswa Sarma, India's leading strategist and thought leader S. Gurumurthy, humanitarian, spiritual leaders, ambassador of peace, Sri Ravi Shankar will be at the Republic Summit as well. Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution and Textiles Piyush Goyal will be gracing the summit as well. Global thought leader Bjorn Lomborg and Minister of Railways and Communication, Electronics and Information Technology Ashwini Vaishnav, along with Jyotiraditya Scindia, Union Minister for Civil Aviation and Steel, will be present at the Republic Summit of 2023.
The Prime Minister of India.
In 2018, at the first ever Republic Summit themed Surging India, the Prime Minister was our chief guest.
हमारी सारी नीतियां, सारी योजनाएं राष्ट्र हित से ही तय होती। हमें कहां जाना है, किस देश के साथ संबंध रखने हैं, वो दोनों देशों के आपसी हितों से तय होते हैं। यही कारण है आज पूरी दुनिया में भारत की आवाज गंभीरता से सुनी जाती।
In 2019, the big election year, the Prime Minister was our chief guest at the second edition of the Republic Summit as we celebrated India's moment.
भारत के 130 करोड़ लोगों की सोच जो कहती है नेशन फर्स्ट, यानी सबसे पहले देश, सबसे ऊपर देश, सबसे आगे देश.
As we get set to host the third edition of the Republic Summit 2023, we are proud to announce that Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be our chief guest this year.
It's a matter of immense pride for all of us at the Republic Media Network to share with you that our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will be our chief guest at this year's Republic Summit to be held in Delhi on the 25th and 26th of April on the theme of Time of Transformation.
It's a time of transformation. Stay tuned for what will be India's biggest news event on Tuesday and Wednesday, the 25th and 26th of April.
दुनिया में भारत की आवाज बुलंद करने के लिए हमारा मीडिया भी वैश्विक पहुंच बनाए, वैश्विक पहचान बनाए, ये समय की मांग है।
We believe that we as a nation will overcome every obstacle. We believe that we as a people will triumph over every single struggle that we are going through as a nation today.
I'm now here for a short break, viewers. Coming up on the other side, amid the speculation of exploring political options, Ajit Pawar praises Prime Minister Narendra Modi, says PM's charisma worked in the country. Also getting you updates of how ISRO is all set to launch the 2 Singaporean satellites today as a part of the Helios 2 mission. Stay tuned for updates on the other side.
RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents Republic Summit, Time of Transformation. Co-powered by Raven Group, manufacturers of electric cables and solar systems. Bharosa rakho, surakshit raho. Mine Super App and beyond. Knowledge partner Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Education for Life, Education for Living. Infrastructure partner Rungta Steel TMT Bar, Ekdam Solid. MSME partner Grow Capital.
21वीं सदी में भारत के सपनों और आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने से कोई भी बाधा अब हमें रोक नहीं सकती और यही समय है हम विजय की ओर बढ़ चले।
The Republic Media Network, as you know, is hosting its flagship annual event, the Republic Summit 2023. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing all of us at the Republic Summit on the theme of Time of Transformation. It is without doubt his visionary leadership that has seen the country implement direct benefit transfer for 11 times as many schemes than we did 8 years back. But much more will happen. My belief is, our network's belief is, that the biggest transformations are yet to come. So when the Prime Minister addresses us all, and that is on the evening of the 26th of April, we will all eagerly await to hear his vision of how we can use this moment of transformation to catalyze even faster our move to being a developed nation.
दुनिया में भारत की आवाज बुलंद करने के लिए हमारा मीडिया भी वैश्विक पहुंच बनाए, वैश्विक पहचान बनाए, ये समय की मांग है।
We believe that we as a nation will overcome every obstacle. We believe that we as a people will triumph over every single struggle that we are going through as a nation today.
It's a matter of immense pride for all of us at the Republic Media Network to share with you that our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will be our chief guest at this year's Republic Summit to be held in Delhi on the 25th and 26th of April on the theme of Time of Transformation, a theme which is in line with his vision and his determination to make India a developed nation. And the reality is this, that the Prime Minister has led an incredible transformation of this country from 2014 till today. My belief is, our network's belief is, that the biggest transformations are yet to come. And that is why all eyes will be on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's much awaited address at the Republic Summit on the evening of the 26th of April.
India is in a unique position. As a country, under the phenomenal leadership of Prime Minister Modi, we have undergone a transformation of a major.
Welcome back, viewers. Straight away cutting across to some breaking updates that we're picking up from the pole-bound state of Karnataka, where the Union Home Minister Amit Shah in fact conducted a meeting with the state top brass of the BJP last night, and we're being told that the meeting concluded at around 12:30 a.m. In this meeting, in fact, Amit Shah addressed and had in fact been attended by election in charges and general organizational secretaries of the party as well. BJP, in fact, has named an observer come election in charge for all the districts of Karnataka, and all the election in charges are from outside Karnataka, tasked with carrying out booth-level strategies. And we're also learning that election in charges have been tasked with connecting to the local leaders from all communities, is also that had been discussed in the meeting late last night that had been conducted by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah himself. Prajwal, my colleague, has been on the ground reporting on this story as well. Prajwal, please tell us more about what had really been discussed in this meeting and what can be expected as far as BJP's strategy is concerned that had also been discussed yesterday in this meeting, Prajwal.
The Union Home Minister has made it clear for all the election in charges in Karnataka, those from outside the state as well as in the state of Karnataka, stating that there should be absolute connect with the top leadership as well as the booth level cadres as well. Because somewhere when the BJP had gone ahead and conducted the Vijay Sankalpa Yatra, they had come out with around 25 points, which was also highlighted in the meeting, which stated that somewhere this particular connect with the ground level workers and with the organizational level cadres were missing with the high command as well. Now Amit Shah has made sure that there will be a proper line of communication channel as well, which will connect the top leadership with the booth level workers as well, because somewhere the BJP strongly believes that its strength lies within the ground connect of the organizational workers who would help the BJP party to connect with each and every voter from house to house as well. Because apart from the Vijay Sankalpa Yatra, there was also a door-to-door campaign which was conducted, and also a booth level campaign which was conducted by the local BJP leaders itself. So now election in charges are being named for each one of these districts, meaning to state that there are 31 election in charges who have been named from other states, not from Karnataka but from other states, and they will be directly coordinating with the booth pramukh and the page pramukhs of the BJP party too, and they will all make sure that they are in sync with each other and the channel of communication will be absolutely one. And apart from which, there is also an outreach by the BJP to several communities, mainly the smaller communities, which includes the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe as well, because now there has been a lot of unrest regarding the fact that because of the internal reservation, the scheduled caste is being cheated as well. So because of this, Amit Shah has clearly stated that the Congress should not use the internal reservation as a poll plank in the state of Karnataka, and it should be made sure that there will be smooth flow of information and the people should be made aware about what are the reservation benefits that they are getting ahead of the polls.
That's right, Prajwal. Of course, the very important details that you're breaking down for us as far as this meeting is concerned. For the moment, we move on to some more updates that we're picking up.
DG BSF SL Thaison, along with the top officers of the BSF, including the BSF DG SL Thaison, has visited the Poonch blast site. He, along with the ADG PV Ramasastri, visited the spot a while ago, and now he is heading towards the Jammu, and from there he will be leaving for the national capital after reviewing the security on the borders. We'll be continuing with this rolling coverage right after this short break.
India is in a unique position. As a country, under the phenomenal leadership of Prime Minister Modi, we have undergone a transformation of a major kind. The world, which did not respect India and Indians, has begun to respect both India and Indians. The vision of Prime Minister Modi is a vision that is unparalleled. It's a point in history where opportunities are galore, and India as a country can truly march forward in the global index, not only as an economy, but as a force to reckon with. There is no denying that Mr. Modi is one of the best leaders in the world.
देश की जनता उलझनों में नहीं रहना चाहती, नकारात्मकता में नहीं रहना चाहती, सिर्फ और सिर्फ देश का विकास होते हुए देखना चाहती।
Respected Pradhan Mantri ji, we will work hard step by step with you to deepen our democracy and to take the great story of our great nation across the world. हमारे जितने रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क में कर्मी हैं, उनका सिर्फ एक ही आदर्श है, नेशन फर्स्ट, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि।
21वीं सदी में भारत के सपनों और आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने से कोई भी बाधा अब हमें रोक नहीं सकती, और यही समय है हम विजय की ओर बढ़ चले।
The Republic Media Network, as you know, is hosting its flagship annual event, the Republic Summit 2023. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing all of us at the Republic Summit on the theme of time of transformation. It is without doubt his visionary leadership that has seen the country implement direct benefit transfer for 11 times as many schemes than we did 8 years back. But much more will happen. My belief is, our network's belief is, that the biggest transformations are yet to come. So when the Prime Minister addresses us all, and that is on the evening of the 26th of April, we will all eagerly await to hear his vision of how we can use this moment of transformation to catalyze even faster our move to being a developed nation.
दुनिया में भारत की आवाज बुलंद करने के लिए हमारा मीडिया भी वैश्विक पहुंच बनाए, वैश्विक पहचान बनाए, ये समय की मांग है।
We believe that we as a nation will overcome every obstacle. We believe that we as a people will triumph over every single struggle that we are going through as a nation today.
It's a matter of immense pride for all of us at the Republic Media Network to share with you that our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday greeted the country on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr and prayed for the health and well-being of the people. In a tweet, that Prime Minister shared his greetings and hoped for harmony and compassion.
Ahead of start of the Char Dham Yatra, the preparations are in full swing and a special team has been assigned the task of painting the artwork on the walls around Badrinath Dham. The team of the Goa College of Art have reached here along with their professors and other staff members. They will be making different forms of Lord Vishnu that will be engraved on the canvas and installed on the walls around Badri Vishal Dham. Odisha Governor Ganesh Lal, Odisha Minister Ashok Chandra Panda, BJP leader Samit Patra paid tribute to Lance Naik Debashish Beswal and laid a wreath on his mortal remains, and the Jawan in fact has lost his life in the Poonch terror attack on the 20th of April. Mortal remains of Sepoy Hari Krishan Singh, who lost his life in the Poonch terror attack, brought to his native village in Gurdaspur. The last rites of the martyred Jawan will be held today. Time now here for a short break, viewers. Coming up on the other side, DK Shivakumar fires charge on the Bommai government, says BJP's tried to influence the EC to disqualify the Congress candidates. And ISRO is all set to launch the 2 Singaporean satellites today as a part of the Helios 2 mission. Stay tuned for updates on the other side.
दुनिया में भारत की आवाज बुलंद करने के लिए हमारा मीडिया भी वैश्विक पहुंच बनाए, वैश्विक पहचान बनाए, ये समय की मांग है।
We believe that we as a nation will overcome every obstacle. We believe that we as a people will triumph over every single struggle that we are going through as a nation today.
It's a matter of immense pride for all of us at the Republic Media Network to share with you that our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will be our chief guest at this year's Republic Summit to be held in Delhi on the 25th and 26th of April on the theme of Time of Transformation, a theme which is in line with his vision and his determination to make India a developed nation. And the reality is this, that the Prime Minister has led an incredible transformation of this country from 2014 till today. My belief is, our network's belief is, that the biggest transformations are yet to come. And that is why all eyes will be on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's much-awaited address at the Republic Summit on the evening of the 26th of April.
India is in a unique position. As a country, under the phenomenal leadership of Prime Minister Modi, we have undergone a transformation of a major kind. The world, which did not respect India and Indians, has begun to respect both India and Indians. The vision of Prime Minister Modi is a vision that is unparalleled. It's a point in history where opportunities are galore, and India as a country can truly march forward in the global index, not only as an economy, but as a force to reckon with. There is no denying that Mr. Modi is one of the best leaders in the world.
देश की जनता उलझनों में नहीं रहना चाहती, नकारात्मकता में नहीं रहना चाहती, सिर्फ और सिर्फ देश का विकास होते हुए देखना चाहती।
Respected Pradhan Mantri ji, we will work hard step by step with you to deepen our democracy and to take the great story of our great nation across the world. हमारे जितने रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क में कर्मी हैं, उनका सिर्फ एक ही आदर्श है, नेशन फर्स्ट, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि।
21वीं सदी में भारत के सपनों और आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने से कोई भी बाधा अब हमें रोक नहीं सकती और यही समय है हम विजय की ओर बढ़ चले।
Ladies and gentlemen, with just 4 days to go for the biggest news event, we give you a glimpse into the lineup of the speakers at the Republic Summit. Now, this event will be graced by India's business visionary Uday Kotak, who will deliver a keynote at the summit. Digital tech visionary and CEO of Zoho, Sridhar Vembu, will also be part of the most anticipated event. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will be at the Republic Summit as well. Now, the list of speakers also includes popular and charismatic Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sarma, India's leading strategist and thought leader, S. Gurumurthy, humanitarian spiritual leader and ambassador of peace, Sri Ravi Shankar will be at the Republic Summit as well. Minister of Road and Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution and Textiles, Piyush Goyal will be gracing the summit as well. Global thought leader Bjorn Lomborg and Minister of Railways, Communication, Electronics and Information Technology Ashwini Vaishnav, along with Jyotiraditya Scindia, Union Minister for Civil Aviation and Steel, will also be present at the Republic Summit of 2023.
CM office is involving in telephoning to all the returning officers to disqualify many of the Congress candidates.
DK Shivakumar fires charge on Bommai government, says BJP's tried to influence the EC to disqualify the Congress candidates. Ajit Pawar's name missing from star campaigner list of Karnataka. Is it yet another hint of Pawar versus Pawar face-off? Amid the speculation of exploring political options, Ajit Pawar praises Prime Minister Narendra Modi, says PM Modi's charisma worked in the country. NSG team along with the bomb disposal squad at Poonch terror attack site, mega search operations continue. 4 days to go for India's most anticipated news event. The biggest agents of change and transformation will be at the Republic Summit 2023. It's the most awaited address. We are proud to announce Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the chief guest at the Republic Summit this year. Welcome viewers, we are live in breaking and straight away getting you updates of what's happening in Poonch and how we had been tracking the latest updates where the bomb disposal squad and the National Security Guard had reached and continued the investigation as well. In fact, we had seen how the bomb squad is investigating the nature of the explosive used at the Poonch terror attack. And we do have our correspondent Gursimran on the ground and is live from the spot. We are also tracking the latest updates as the IGCRPF Mahesh Ladda has met with senior army top officials at Poonch and has taken stock of the situation. Let me straight away go across to my colleague Gursimran, who's on the ground reporting on this story as well. Gursimran, please tell us more about what the investigation so far really looks like, because we have seen how the terrorists in fact had carried out this cowardly attack, but the senior officials are on the ground right now. What are they investigating? Have they taken stock of the situation? Please tell us more.
उन्होंने भी घटनास्थल का दौरा किया है। बता दें कि बीएसएफ के साथ साथ सीआरपीएफ के आईजी महेश चंद्र लड्डा जो हैं वो भी इस वक्त मौके पर मौजूद हैं। तो तमाम जो सुरक्षा बल है वो इस वक्त मौके पर मौजूद। बीएसएफ के जो मुख्य अधीक्षक डीजी खुद हैं एसएल थाइसॉन, उन्होंने दौरा किया है। इसके साथ साथ आपको बता दें कि सीआरपीएफ के आईजी और उनके साथ साथ तमाम आला अधिकारी जो हैं वो मौके पर मौजूद हैं। कारण ये है कि जिस तरह से मॉडस ऑपरेंडी का इस्तेमाल किया गया है वो बहुत ज़्यादा चुनौतीपूर्ण सुरक्षा बलों के लिए बन रहा है और यही कारण है कि अब हर एक एजेंसी लगातार इस मामले की जांच कर रही है। दिल्ली से नेशनल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड की जो एक्सप्लोजिव डिटेक्शन यूनिट है जो कि बॉम्ब डिस्पोजल स्क्वाड में आती है, उसे यहाँ पर भेजा गया है और अब लगातार इस मामले की जांच जारी है कि आखिरकार वो आतंकी कौन थे जिन्होंने इस आतंकी हमले को अंजाम दिया और किस तरह का एक्सप्लोजिव का इस्तेमाल किया गया था। क्योंकि बारिश के दौरान भी 1 घंटे तक भारतीय सेना का वो ट्रक जो है वो यहाँ पर जलता रहा, जिसको कि 1 घंटे के बाद जो है कंट्रोल पर पाया गया। अब चलते हैं हमारे सहयोगी के पास बड़ी खबर के लिए। जी,
And there you have it, Gursimran on the ground reporting on this story, viewers, as we track for you the latest updates that are coming from Poonch, where in fact a cowardly attack had been carried out by the terrorists on our security forces, and unfortunately we had lost 5 of our jawans as well. And we are now looking at senior officials on the ground taking stock of the situation, investigating the matter even further. And Gursimran continues to be with us live on the ground. Gursimran, as you were telling us the details of how the senior officials are on the ground taking stock of the situation, please tell us what they have primarily found and any details of the terrorists as well who carried out this cowardly attack.
See, right now we are getting to know that the DG BSF SL Thaison has visited the spot of the Poonch terror attack. He, along with the ADG PV Ramasarthi, has visited the spot a couple of minutes back. We have got the visuals of his chopper traveling to the attack site, and also apart from this, the IG CRPF Mahesh Chandra Ladda is also at the spot. The team of the NSG that has come from the national capital, that is also here. I'll request Sarjivan to keep showing you the visuals that the vehicle movement to this area has been halted by the Indian Army so as to ensure that there is no law and order situation emerging out of it, and there is no hindrances in the ongoing investigation that is being carried out by the multiple agencies. Only the agencies are being allowed to move beyond this point, that is the district Poonch police station, police jurisdiction point. The top officials, the DG Jammu and Kashmir Police will be holding a meeting with the DG BSF in a short while from now in Rajouri, after which they will be heading back to Jammu. The DG BSF will be leaving for the national capital. So all the agencies are on the fullest of the alert, and they are trying to thwart any attempt that is being made by the Pakistani side to destabilize peace ahead of the G20 meeting and the brutal attack, the new modus operandi that has been adopted by the Pakistani terrorists to target the standalone vehicle that was earlier being done by the Naxals in the north, and it has also happened in the northeast. This modus operandi is now being used here in Jammu and Kashmir, which clearly shows that the terrorists are now coming out with a new modus operandi to attack the security forces, but the forces are on the fullest of the alert, and the search operations have been launched in the entire area of the Surankot, Dera Ki Gali, as well as Bhata Duriya, so as to neutralize the perpetrators. This attack was an L-shaped attack. That means from the 3 sides the terrorists have opened fire on the movement of the Indian Army, the vehicle of the Indian Army, in which 5 of the jawans have lost their life and 1 is critically injured.
That's right, Gursimran there getting us the details of what's really happening on the ground and the investigation so far as well, viewers, that we are tracking from Poonch, where this cowardly attack had been carried out yesterday at about 3 p.m. by terrorists, where this, in fact, moving vehicle had also been attacked, and we have seen, unfortunately, how 5 jawans have also lost their lives, but authorities on the ground carrying out the investigation. And of course, important to note that this comes just days before the Pakistan foreign minister was all set to be arriving in India as well. And of course, we do see how the cowardly attacks by the terrorists and these terrorist organizations continue on our Indian soldiers in Poonch. And we are looking at the visuals as of now, viewers. These are visuals coming in straight from Poonch right now. And we do see the senior authorities on the ground taking stock of the situation, carrying out the primary investigation as well. And they do have several leads as far as this particular attack from yesterday is concerned in Poonch, where in fact 5 of our jawans had lost their lives. And of course, we continue to bring you these images. Of the wreath laying ceremony, in fact, where we had seen 5 of our jawans had been martyred. And this is the last journey of the Poonch martyr. This is Kulwant Singh. And we are looking at the wreath laying ceremony of our jawans who had lost their lives in this cowardly attack yesterday, viewers, in Poonch. And we have seen how the mortal remains are being sent back to the houses, to the family members, to the loved ones, to the next of kin of our martyrs. And this is one such journey that we are painfully witnessing as of now, viewers, as we are looking at our jawans that had lost their lives in Poonch and the mortal remains of the jawans being brought back to their hometowns, to their family members. And this is, of course, coming in from Moga in Punjab. And we are tracking for you the last journey of Kulwant Singh. Viewers, shifting our focus now to what's happening in the poll-bound state of Karnataka, where we had seen a key election meeting held by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah last evening. And we had also seen the meeting that had been concluded at around 12:30 in the night. And sources suggest that BJP had named an observer come election in charge for all the districts in Karnataka. And it had also been attended by the election in charges and general organizational secretaries of the party as well. And all the elections in charges are from outside Karnataka, tasked with carrying out the booth level strategies, and election in charges have been tasked with connecting to the local leaders from all of the communities as well. Let me once again go across to my colleague Prajwal, who's on the ground reporting on this story for us. Prajwal, as we had been speaking about this particular meeting that concluded yesterday around midnight by Amit Shah as well, and the strategies that had also been talked about as far as BJP is concerned in the upcoming elections, please expand upon it for our viewers to understand who had been the election in charges that had been also attending this meeting and what exactly had been discussed.
You know, adding on to the fact that there was a connect there was a meeting with the booth pramukhs and the page pramukhs along with the election in charges who have been appointed from outside the state of Karnataka so far. It is now being stated that their roles will be very prominent in connecting with the National High Command as well. And these also include many of the MPs from Rajya Sabha and also the MLCs of the BJPs from the other states as well. As of now, the official list is yet to come out, but we can understand, we can go and see that there were over 65 to 70 of them who had attended the meeting last night as well. And also Chief Minister Baswaraj Bommai too was a part of this key meeting, and also Mr. B.S. Yediyurappa was present for some time, is what we get to understand. Now, the role of the page pramukhs has been laid down clearly by the BJP, stating that they will be the ones who will be reaching out to the leaders from across all the communities, especially the minorities as well. Because somewhere the Congress has now gone ahead and pictured a narrative stating that one of the major things that the BJP is doing is to sideline the minorities in the state of Karnataka. And this could even turn the tide in the favor of the Congress party, because if you look at the overall voting population, we can see at least a minimum of 19% only with the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and 13% from the Muslim community who belong to the non-Hindus as well. So keeping this in mind, and also these metrics and equations taken into consideration now, they have made sure that they have also appointed leaders from the same community as well, so that the communication is transparent and clear, and also that the people could go ahead and trust them. The page pramukhs have mainly been entrusted with gathering and mobilizing people as well as the karyakartas to reach out to the general public and create awareness about the schemes which had been introduced by both the state and the central government, and what has the contribution of the central government been for the state government, which would have gone ahead and benefited the voters in the state of Karnataka as well. One of the prominent issues that has now been asked to be highlighted is the Jal Jeevan Mission too, because that has made sure that water is reached out to every household, and this is something which the BJP is now looking to cash in on, and it is spread across all the districts in Karnataka.
Well, that's right. Prajwal there telling us more details as far as these meetings are concerned. And of course, crucial meetings, strategic meetings by the BJP, which are being chaired by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah himself. Remember, Amit Shah is the one who had given a target to the local level BJP leaders as far as these upcoming elections of Karnataka is concerned. And we do see the frequent visits of the Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Karnataka as well. And of course, important to note the meeting that had concluded late last night and the discussions as far as election in charges are also concerned, which tells us BJP in full swing as far as Karnataka elections are concerned. And viewers, coming across now straight away to what's happening in Moga, Punjab. We're looking at these heartbreaking images coming to light from Punjab. Let me also bring in my colleague Amandeep, who's on the ground reporting on this story as well, as we do look at the last journey of the martyrs that had lost their lives in the Poonch attack. This cowardly attack that had been carried out yesterday by terrorist organizations around 3 p.m. in Poonch, where these jawans, in fact, had lost their lives, the martyrs. And this is the final journey of those said martyrs, the 5 jawans that had lost their lives. They had martyred yesterday. And now we are looking at the family members, the loved ones, the next of kin, all of them taking part in the last journey of the martyr as well. Let me once again bring in my colleague Amandeep, who's on the ground getting us these images as well. Amandeep, heartbreaking images that we are looking at as of now coming to light from Punjab, where the last journey of the martyr that had laid down his life in the Poonch attack yesterday, cowardly attack. We're looking at these images. Please tell us more. Please explain to our viewers as to what's happening on the ground.
Well, Bianca, it's very hard to explain the emotions of the family and the villagers who are present in the last journey, who are taking the part in the last journey of Kulwant Singh, Jawan Martyr Kulwant Singh, in fact, and his mortal remains have arrived at the village Chadak in Punjab's Moga today morning itself, and in fact the family was in complete deep shock. Kulwant Singh was survived by his wife and one 3.5-year-old daughter, and in fact a son also who is just few months old. and even 3 years before he got married, and in fact he has served in the Indian Army for the last 40 years, and he laid down his life in the line of duty while fighting against these terrorists in Poonch itself. And in fact, now the entire nation is proud also, but entire nation is meanwhile in the deep shock that how our jawans have contributed their life in the line of the duty while fighting against these terrorists who are always against the nation. But now the last journey, and the entire village, family members, and even the army officials have participated in the last journey of Jawan Kulwant Singh, and the last rites will be performed with the full honor, with the full army honor, in fact. And today morning, the mortal remains of Martyr Kulwant Singh arrived at the home, and family was not able to observe that their family member has no more, just because Kulwant Singh always speaks to the family and talk about the nation in a positive manner. And even the family was very much proud that their own family member is serving the nation through Indian Army and even posted at the front line and fighting against the terrorists. And in fact, Kulwant Singh was the one whose stories are being narrated in the entire village. The youth and even the students also, and the people who are very much close to Kulwant Singh, they keep in touch with the Kulwant Singh through the phones, and Kulwant Singh keep on telling what all is happening on the ground and how the Indian Army is fighting against these terrorists and protecting the country from these anti-national acts. And in fact, his stories are inspiring certain youth in the village and in the adjoining areas as well. And Kulwant Singh, Martyr Kulwant Singh, turned to be the hero of the youth in that area. But when this news has just came out that Kulwant Singh has led his life in the line of duty, the entire village, the entire area was in a deep shock. Everyone was in the impression and the feeling that they have lost their family member. One hero of the nation has also left them in the middle, and in fact he has left with certain stories among the people. He has left with certain impression among the people, especially in the youth also, that how a citizen and even an army personnel and Jawan is always remain on the forefront for his country. And in fact, he is always ready to contribute his life in the line of duty while fighting against these anti-nationals and the terrorists who are trying to destabilize the country. And in fact, he always talk about the nation. So these kind of stories are being in the mind of the people who have participated in the last journey and who are participating in the last rite of Martyr Kulwant Singh, just because he is the one who has inspired the entire village, and the family members are in deep shock, and it's very hard to explain the emotions of the family members, and even the months-old child who is not aware that what all had happened, and even Kulwant Singh has not actually spent well time with his months-old son, and he is also there, and his Kulwant's daughter was also there, and in fact the entire family. It was a deep shock, and even it's very hard to explain the emotions of the family especially, but people are very much supportive. They are assisting the family members, and in fact they are providing all kind of support to the family members. And even the Punjab government has also announced, according to the rules, that 1 crore rupees to the family members of the martyrs, and in fact further facilities also. But yes, it is the proud of nation. But meanwhile, it is the fact that we have lost our heroes. We have lost our heroes, and we are praying for them also, for their families also, and in fact we are proud also. Every single person of this nation is also proud also, just because these people have contributed their life in the line of duty, and in fact they never regret, they never step back, they always go step ahead. And this is the kind of story that are always being narrated among the youth regarding these heroes. Yes, Priyanka.
That's true, Amandeep. In fact, when we look at these images, we do understand the human cost of these kind of cowardly attacks that are carried out by the terrorist organizations. Most of these organizations that also have links to Pakistan. And of course, it's important to understand, Amandeep, that this kind of an attack is happening just days before the Pakistan foreign minister is also set to arrive in India as well. And we have seen time and time again the Indian authorities making very strong statements against these terrorist organizations as well. And we look at how the authorities are even now on the ground trying to determine how this kind of a cowardly attack even came to light as well. And as of now, we are looking at these images from Moga district, in fact, where Kulwant Singh's brother and his rest of the family members are also present. And Amandeep, as you were also explaining to us the stories of Kulwant Singh and how his father, in fact, had also laid down his life in the Kargil war. And we do see how the entire village has come together to support the family members, but the entire village also coming together in an absolute state of shock and grief that we're looking at right now, Amandeep.
Well, absolutely. We are just trying to capture the emotions of the people. In fact, if we just open the frame, Priyanka, and we just see everyone, we will not be able to identify who is the exact family member, just because every single person who is participating in the last journey is in a complete deep shock. And in fact, every single person is having tears in their eyes, and that they have lost a family member. They have lost an important member of their family, and in fact, in the line of duty. And even the family of Kulwant Singh is really very big. It is not stuck to his own house. It is not stuck to his restricted to the village, the area, the district, the entire nation. Entire nation is standing in the one line to support the family and to salute the martyr Kulwant Singh. And even the people are coming forward to holding the hands of the family, providing them all kind of support. This is how the nation is building up this time. And in fact, everybody knows that Pakistan is always trying to destabilize India through these terrorist organizations, including Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed. Everyone knows. And in fact, our jawans, our officers, Indian armies always standing in front of them like a wall that cannot be broke down. And every time they are having a bullet with bullet, they are having eyeball to eyeball, and in fact they are bouncing back with a double force. And everybody knows that India has lost their heroes, but army will give the befitting reply to them, to these terrorist organizations, so that a message could have been delivered to the Pakistan. Do not dare to come again in the similar manner. We have the
अरे पीछे देखिए पीछे देखिए चलो यार Please move it. इनको ले जाओ इनको मूव करो चलो सर चलो आगे चलो भाई चलो संगत चलो वाक्य जो मरेगा
RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents Republic Summit, Time of Transformation. Co-powered by Raven Group, manufacturers of electric cables and solar systems. Bharosa Rakho, Surakshit Raho. Mine Super App and beyond. Knowledge partner Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Education for Life, Education for Living. Infrastructure partner Rungta Steel TMT Bar, Ekdam Solid. MSME partner Ugrow Capital.
देश की जनता उलझनों में नहीं रहना चाहती, नकारात्मकता में नहीं रहना चाहती, सिर्फ और सिर्फ देश का विकास होते हुए देखना चाहती।
Respected Pradhan Mantri ji, we will work hard step by step with you to deepen our democracy and to take the great story of our great nation across the world. हमारे जितने रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क में कर्मी हैं, उनका सिर्फ एक ही आदर्श है, नेशन फर्स्ट, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि।
21वीं सदी में भारत के सपनों और आकांक्षाओं को पूरा करने से कोई भी बाधा अब हमें रोक नहीं सकती और यही समय है हम विजय की ओर बढ़ चले।
The Republic Media Network, as you know, is hosting its flagship annual event, the Republic Summit 2023. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be addressing all of us at the Republic Summit on the theme of Time of Transformation. It is without doubt his visionary leadership that has seen the country implement direct benefit transfer for 11 times as many schemes than we did 8 years back. But much more will happen. My belief is, our network's belief is, that the biggest transformations are yet to come. So when the Prime Minister addresses us all, and that is on the evening of the 26th of April, we will all eagerly await to hear his vision of how we can use this moment of transformation to catalyze even faster our move to being a developed nation.
दुनिया में भारत की आवाज बुलंद करने के लिए हमारा मीडिया भी वैश्विक पहुंच बनाए, वैश्विक पहचान बनाए, ये समय की मांग है।
We believe that we as a nation will overcome every obstacle. We believe that we as a people will triumph over every single...
Ladies and gentlemen, with just 4 days to go for the biggest news event, we give you a glimpse into the lineup of speakers at the Republic Summit. The event will be graced by India's business visionary, Uday Kotak, who will deliver a keynote at the summit. Digital tech visionary and CEO of Zoho, Sridhar Vembu, will also be part of the most anticipated event. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. The list of speakers also includes popular and charismatic Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sharma, India's leading strategist and thought leader S. Gurumurthy, humanitarian spiritual leader and ambassador of peace, Sri Ravi Shankar, will be at the Republic Summit. Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Nitin Gadkari, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs and Food and Public Distribution as well as Textiles, Piyush Goyal will also be gracing the summit. Global thought leader Bjorn Lomborg and Minister for Railways, Communications, Electronics and Information Technology, Ashwini Vaishnav will be present too. Jyotiraditya Scindia, Union Minister for Civil Aviation and Steel, will also be a participant.
CM office is involving in telephoning to all the returning officers to disqualify many of the Congress candidates.
DK Shivakumar fires charge on Bommai government, says BJP has tried to influence the Election Commission to disqualify Congress candidates. Ajit Pawar's name missing from star campaigner list of Karnataka. Is it yet another hint of the Pawar versus Pawar face-off? Amid the speculation of exploring political options, Ajit Pawar praises Prime Minister Modi, says PM Modi's charisma worked in the country. Along with bomb disposal squad at Poonch terror attack site, massive search operations continue. Four days to go for India's most anticipated news event. The biggest agents of change and transformation will be at the Republic Summit. It's the most awaited address. We are proud to announce Prime Minister Narendra Modi as the chief guest at the Republic Summit this year. You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV, and visuals on your screen coming in from Moga in Punjab as the mortal remains of the jawan who was martyred in the Poonch terror attack is brought back to his family in Moga in Punjab. And joining me to take us through this solemn ceremony, Amandeep, we can see that thousands, can we say, have gathered to pay their last respects. It's over to you to take our viewers through what's happening there. This is Moga in Punjab, where Lance Naik Kulwant Singh's last rites are to be performed. Over to you, Amandeep.
Absolutely, Rukma. Absolutely. This is the nation that is supporting our heroes, that is supporting our martyrs, who is protecting the country from the terrorists, from the anti-national activities. And in fact, you can see this crowd is a clear-cut indication that Kulwant Singh is our hero. And they are now, the last journey is all set to begin. And in fact, the people who are participating in the last journey, it seems to be like, from their face expressions, that they have lost their family member. It's not just, it is not the father of just one daughter. He is not the brother of from one family. They all, the people who are standing, who are participating in his last journey, the people who are giving the shoulder to the mortal remains of Kulwant Singh, they all are the family members of Kulwant Singh, and they all are proud of Kulwant that he has let down his life in the line of duty while fighting against these terrorists who are always trying to destabilize India. And even the army is giving the full honor to Kulwant Singh. The photo and in fact the slogans of Kulwant Singh, Amar Rahe, and the tears in the eyes of the people. It's a clear-cut indication that nation is supporting in extreme manner to the family members, to daughter, to son, and even to the martyr of this country. And in fact, the army now, the last journey has all begun, and in fact, the mortal remains arrived in the morning at the native village Chadik in Punjab's Moga. And last night, Kulwant Singh is the one who is from the bloodline of Indian Army, just because his father had contributed his life in the Kargil war, and following the family line, Kulwant Singh has joined the Indian Army, and in fact now he has contributed his life while fighting against the terrorists in Poonch. And even his son, who's just months old, Rukma, who's just months old, and in fact Kulwant Singh was not able to spend good amount of time along with his son also. And in fact, you can see these are the family members, these are the nears and the dears of Kulwant Singh, Martyr Kulwant Singh, who has contributed his life in the line of duty. And in fact, now the last journey is all set to begin. The family has given the last prayers and even the tributes to Martyr Kulwant Singh, just because the entire nation is saluting these heroes who were fighting against these terrorists, which was sponsored by the enemy country Pakistan, and even they are always try to destabilize destabilize the India from the certain terrorist organizations, including Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed and other terrorist organizations. But yes, these Indian Army jawans, these Indian Army soldiers are giving the reply, and in fact, they will bounce back with the double force every time, from Uri to Pulwama to Myanmar, and in fact to other terrorist attacks also, just because now the Pakistan is not in position to give a direct war to India. They are just trying to spread the terrorism inside India through these terrorist organizations. But everything has to face the wall of Indian Army that is standing in front of them, and these jawans are the wall of the nation, who's protecting our nation from every kind of activity from our enemy countries.
Right. Amandeep, I'll be coming back to you. We are getting the visuals of the preparations for the last rites. I have with me Gursimran and these are visuals of the last rites being performed for Havaldar Mandeep Singh, who was one of the 5 soldiers who died in that deadly ambush by terrorists in Poonch in this Thursday afternoon, in which an army truck was ambushed. 5 of our soldiers lost their lives, one of them Havaldar Mandeep Singh, as you can see in those visuals. These are live visuals coming in, and Gursimran to take us through what's happening there. Gursimran, a solemn ceremony as hundreds and thousands gather, we see, to pay their last respects to a slain soldier of a senseless terror attack.
So the entire country is paying tribute to these brave hearts of the Indian Army, those who have attained the martyrdom, while giving a befitting reply. There has been a retaliation by the Indian side to this terror attack. However, it was an ambush, a well-planned ambush by the terrorists, in which we lost 5 of our brave hearts, 4 from Punjab and 1 from Orissa. Now the entire country is paying the rich tributes to them. On the other hand, right now we are in the Poonch Bimbargali area, and the latest update to the developments is that DG BSF SL Thaison is holding a meeting with DG Jammu and Kashmir Police Dilbag Singh. The meeting is being held on the prevailing security scenario, as well as the deployment of the BSF on the border, on the international border, as well as the deployment of the BSF on the LOC. As on the LOC, the BSF is under the operational command of the Indian Army, but there is a deployment of the BSF here as well. So now a threadbare discussion is being done after the DG BSF has visited the spot. Today morning, DG BSF visited the spot at the Tota Gali area, where exactly the attack has happened, in which 5 jawans of the Indian Army lost their life. Now coming to why all the security agencies are coming here, because IG CRPF Mahesh Chandra Ladda is also at the spot. The team of the NSG explosive unit, they too have been called in from the national capital. The reason being that the agencies don't want this to get repeated. They want that this should be only a standalone incident, and this should not come under the modus operandi part of the terror groups, that they are repeating this, because it is for the first time that a standalone vehicle of the security forces have been attacked by the terror groups. Otherwise, there have been several attacks on the convoy, but this new modus operandi that they have got from the Naxals or from the northeast is very concerning for the authorities, and that's why there are the series of meetings that are taking place, and so does the top officials. The DGBSF is in Jammu and Kashmir, in Jammu region itself. DG Jammu and Kashmir Police is himself in Rajouri. So this shows the magnitude of which that how seriously the Union government is taking this attack on the Indian Army, and they want a foolproof management to this. And also the NSG team has been called in for the reason that they want the NSG to look into that what kind of explosive was used to put this vehicle on fire, because even as it was raining, the vehicle was on fire for more than 1 hour, and only when the fire and emergency services they reach the spot, the fire can be doused, but by that time the entire vehicle was gutted. So whether any improvised chemical was used by the terrorists, that is something the agencies are now looking into, and they want that this should reach a conclusion very early, so that the other operational part can be intensified, and the terrorists, those perpetrators behind this, can be nabbed at an earliest, because these terrorists, they are highly trained terrorists, and the agencies have got some of the clues that this is one of the deadliest group that is present here in the Poonch Rajouri district. Yes.
Many thanks, Gursimran for joining us there. We also have had with us Amandeep. So as you can see, viewers, these visuals are of the last rites of the 5 soldiers who were martyred in that Poonch ambush on an army vehicle.
RP Sanjeev Goenka Group presents Republic Summit, Time of Transformation. Co-powered by Raven Group, manufacturers of electric cables and solar systems. Bharosa rakho, surakshit raho. Mine Super App and beyond. Knowledge partner Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, Education for Life, Education for Living. Infrastructure partner Rungta Steel TMT Bar, Ekdam Solid. MSME partner Grow Capital.
It's a matter of immense pride for all of us at the Republic Media Network to share with you that our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will be our chief guest at this year's Republic Summit to be held in Delhi on the 25th and 26th of April on the theme of Time of Transformation, a theme which is in line with his vision and his determination to make India a developed nation. And the reality is this, that the Prime Minister has led an incredible transformation of this country from 2014 till today. My belief is our